think usually says, yeah,
Yeah,
you're
now
live.
we're live. Huh, let's go over to Instagram and see if we can actually get that to work for a change.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe. We'll see what happens. We'll give it a whirl.
We'll try.
We'll see if it
Yay.
works.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll
okay.
even try to stand here for a minute because we can't get
You got to get closer to me to get in
No,
Instagram.
well, remember, it's delayed,
Yeah.
so I think I'm close enough now. Squeeze in. Come on, come on, come on. No, we're not practicing. Are we? Why does it say practicing?
Where do you see practicing?
See up here at the top, right here. Hi, we're just chatting.
Yeah,
Doesn't
we're
that
just
say
visiting.
practice?
Yeah, it does say practice.
We're not practicing. We're for real. So I think we're live. I know we're live on. Okay, I'm squeezing in.
Because we look like twinsies
Yeah, we do.
today.
We're
Accidentally
twinsies today.
again.
We do this a lot.
A lot.
If we aren't doing the same color, we have the same top on.
Yes,
But
yeah.
anyway, so Evie and I, good morning and
Good
welcome
morning.
to Southern Twist Yarns. My name is Brenda and I'm the owner here.
And I'm Evie. I'm the knitting instructor.
And even though it is February, it is hot
Hot.
and humid outside.
It is hot.
I
It
don't
was
like it.
crazy.
I
Yeah,
know.
my windows were all fogged up.
I know, but the good part of that is it's going to be cold again next week, and to us that's good because then we get to wear our beautiful sweaters.
That's right.
And
Exactly.
speaking of our beautiful sweaters, look,
Yes.
aren't we cute?
Oh,
We're
so
wearing Love Note. So what I would like to propose is there are several of you that did the class with Evie,
Yeah.
and we need a group picture.
We do need a group picture, just like
So
we did for Voyage.
That's one of the things I want to start working on because Evie does these classes and we have fabulous knitters
We do.
that do fabulous things.
Yep.
And we want to see your finished product and take a picture of everyone together. So I'm going to kind of send out a little notice
Okay. Good.
to those of you who did the class to
Right.
let me know where you are and can you come
Right,
in and get a
right.
group picture with your Love Note.
That sounds fabulous.
So yours is out of cotton.
Yep.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
Mine's just a cotton. This was similar to the Cumulus. This was a cotton we had way back when. But
Yeah.
anyways, it's basically Cumulus cotton. So it wears beautifully. It's lightweight. It doesn't weigh anything.
And you're not hot.
And I am not hot. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I
Well,
love it.
And mine is done out of Really Rosie, which
Right.
has cotton in it, 60% cotton, and it has some alpaca, so it has a little fuzziness, and it does have some merino. So mine is
Right.
going to be a little warmer,
Right.
but it's still because of the amount of cotton, it's
Not as warm
it's
as
not as
something
warm
else.
as something else.
Correct.
So Love Note, if for those of you that did not take the class, you also need to know that Evie did a little modification
did.
to the pattern. So
Right.
as you can notice a
Hers
little
is
bit,
higher.
Evie's pattern was done as written.
Right.
right?
This is the first one.
So you can see on the bodice across here, her lace is lower.
Right.
So she did a modification, and those of us that took her class,
Mhm.
and once in a while I get to have time to take her classes, not very often, but sometimes I do.
Usually you're helping customers while I'm teaching
I
classes.
know, that was yesterday. Jeez,
Oh
Louise.
my God. And those ladies came back. That was one of the things I was going to tell you.
Oh, those women
The
were
ladies,
amazing.
they were so fun.
We
Hopefully
had-
they're watching us this morning
Yeah.
because I told them about
Good.
it.
Well, we had some visitors from Indiana yesterday, and they came in and were so delightful
It
and
really
kept
was.
us hopping, and it was a great way to start the day. But
Right.
anyway, back to Love Note. So you can see the modification that
Right.
Evie made. My lace work is higher.
Right.
What makes a difference? I necessarily don't have to wear something underneath.
And I do.
Yeah, I did just because I felt a little more secure in that, but you don't have
Right.
to.
No. Mm-mm. If I had knitted out of a cotton like this and I had done the modification that we did in
Yeah,
class,
you wouldn't have to.
I would not have to wear it. But I do.
Yeah, so what's my point about that? My point is it pays to take classes from Evie
Absolutely.
because she is such a fabulous knitter and she's so good. She's a designer too. We don't always often talk about that enough, but we do talk about the fact that she can make these alterations
Mhm.
or modifications, I should say,
Right,
not an
right,
alteration,
right,
to pattern to
right.
make it better. So that is why she works so hard at these classes, and I just want to encourage you to do it because what a
Right.
difference it makes,
Right.
and you can see it, and that's really
Mhm.
we did not plan this.
No, we didn't. We absolutely did not. And talking about modifications.
Yes,
So this is the Violetta class that's
I'm gonna
going on.
step
They're
out of
going
here
to come.
so you can
They're
get it.
coming today for their next class, and we've cast on our next last week. But one of the things on Violetta that I've done in class, and you don't you don't have to do my suggestions.
Right. Yeah, we should say
It's
that you
just
don't.
different things that you might consider doing. And so what I have done here is at the bottom of our Violetta, I have brought the cables down into the ribbing just because why not? They're gorgeous.
Oh, that's really
And you
pretty.
can just see how cool that looks when you do that. So that's just one of the modifications that I made on this class. So anyways, but that just was following with what you said.
No, but it's important to tell people that, because that's part of the reason why EB is such a good instructor at that, and I'm touting her horn, but also Southern Twist, because
Right.
that it works both ways. So
Right.
you do get to learn a little bit more. You get to learn maybe some better ways to
Mhm.
do things, or easier ways to do
Right.
things,
Right.
or just to make things more beautiful
Why not?
Yeah.
They make them yours.
and make them your own. Right.
Exactly.
You're right. So anyway, that's enough about that.
Yes.
We're going to talk about classes, upcoming classes that
Right.
we've got going on. I
Quite a
you
few.
talk about
Yeah,
that.
so the first one that's coming up on my calendar is going to be on March 18th. And it is going to be my first Cardi class. And I brought one that I knit. This was one I knitted a couple 2 years ago, probably. That this is basically what we're going to be knitting in my first Cardi. Okay. It does not need this one. Obviously, I intentionally did mine very long. That is you can knit a little short
love
one
that
just like,
color.
oh, I know, me too.
My beautiful
Uh,
color. Those are my colors.
But all it is it's just going to be a simple Cardi. It's going to be pieced. Okay. You're going to knit 2 fronts and a back, and then you're going to knit the sleeves. And then we'll do some ribbing, right? We'll pick up and do ribbing. It's basic, but the things that you need to learn, and everybody needs to know how to seam.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Seaming is so important. The other thing that you need to do is you need to be able to knit so that your pieces are the same size. If you're going to knit a front and a back, you want them to be the same. So we're going to talk about that.
Oh,
And then the other thing that everybody has to know how to do is how do you pick up?
pick up stitches.
How do you pick up
So
stitches?
important.
We're going to do that as well. And then also, blocking is also super important. And so that's also one of the things that you're going to learn in this Cardi class. You can use either worsted weight yarn or Aran weight yarn. We have both of them, plenty of both, lots of beautiful colors. And that we have ones that are not that expensive too.
Right. You could use the Cascade
Exactly.
220.
It's perfect.
Yes. So
Perfect.
whatever you want to try, you'll give it a
Exactly.
try. We have plenty of.
And we're going to use thicker yarn so that it goes faster. That way you get it done and you can wear it and move on to a new project with your new skills.
One of the things I hear a lot from people is they aren't knitting with fingering because it takes so long.
It does. Absolutely does.
It does.
Right.
But that's why this is going to be a fun class. And
Yes.
if you are brave enough and if you have
Right.
knit other things, you can hold 2 together.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
we have lots of beautiful suri. So
Right.
you could also hold a suri or
It's like
and a
sport
mohair
weight
with
or
it
something.
and with a sport weight and get the same result. But you have
Right.
to be comfortable holding 2 together.
If you want to do that.
Because if you're doing a first one, hi Jamie, we wish you could be here too.
I know.
Thanks, Lynn, for the plug. Yes. Take
Oh,
EB's
thank
classes.
you, Lynn.
So that's coming up on
Yeah.
March 18th,
Then,
right?
yep. And then
Okay.
on the 19th is Fix Your Knitting Mistakes. That class filled up last time. And so I've decided to put it back on. So if you don't know how to fix your knit stitches, fix your purl stitches, pick up a drop stitch. They're basic things, but as beginning knitters, if you don't know how to do
Right.
those things, then you say, help, and it takes 30 seconds to fix some of these things. So I put that back on the calendar for March 19th, I think at 1:30 and there is homework for that class because you do have to have a swatch
Right.
so that we can make mistakes and fix them.
And if you're not sure, just read
I'm gonna take this off, it's a little
yeah,
warm.
it is getting, especially today, this crazy weather. So that is March 19th.
Yep.
So watch for
Right.
that class as well and sign
Right.
up for that. It is so important. I cannot tell you how many knitters we have come in
Yep.
and they have a mistake, and it's
Right.
usually something as so simple as either an accidental yarn over
Happens every
or
day.
a drop stitch. And those are things you should know
Yeah,
how to do.
absolutely.
And you will
Right.
save yourself time,
Yep.
money, because you won't be paying us to fix it.
That's right.
and you'll get through with your project faster.
Yes.
So learning how to fix your mistakes, some are more complicated than others. We're going to talk about
Absolutely.
that in a
Mhm.
little bit.
Right.
So, but get these basic fix-it classes are unbelievably
Yeah.
important.
And everybody, I think everybody, oh, I do know, the ladies who took the class last month were very appreciative and they learned a
Absolutely.
lot.
You do.
And that's, and
You learn
Mhm.
about your own knitting too, as well.
Yeah.
It's not
Mhm.
just learning how to fix the mistake, but you learn about your own tension and how you hold your yarn and what you can do. So it's a super, super, super good class to take.
it is.
Okay.
So
What
if-
else?
the next class that's going to be on my calendar is brioche. Okay.
Ooh.
So, and Brenda's going to say why you're going to want to learn brioche, but to take Brenda's class, it's going to come up probably the end of April, maybe the beginning
Probably.
of May.
Probably.
You have to know how to do brioche. We're not teaching you how to knit brioche in her class, but this will teach you. It's going to be just a flat, it's basically a wash rag, but we're going to be using wool because wool is much more forgiving when you're learning brioche. So it'll be maybe more of a hot pad than a wash rag.
Right, because it'll be a little heavy.
Yeah, but we're going to learn brioche. We're going to learn basic brioche flat, and we're going to learn how to do increases and decreases. So this is going to be, what did I say? That is going to be brioche flat knitting. I've only got one spot left in this class, and that one is April 2nd and 9th. So I will probably add another class
Yes.
at the end of April for those of you who didn't get a chance to sign, because there's only one spot left in this class,
Right.
and that's it. But there is one more technique as I was reading the pattern that you're going to be teaching. It's also, you have to be able to do brioche in the round
Yes.
for the sleeves.
Yes. Which is
So-
actually easier.
It is easier, absolutely.
Than
So it will
brioche flat.
just be a 1-day kind of a seminar.
Right.
And I'm going to put that on the calendar for April 23rd. I haven't chosen a time yet. Basically, it'll just be like a koozie or a headband or something. So it's in the round so you can learn and be comfortable with brioche before you do the sleeves on
the hearth
Hearth
side.
side.
So most of you know already, because I've talked about this a lot,
And it's so cool looking.
and I am going to give a little shout out on a couple other things here. So this is my Hearthside Cardi. Here we go.
Yeah, isn't it pretty?
It's the start. And if you follow Wool and Pine,
Right.
you will notice that they have also now just come out with a pullover in the Hearthside. So if you don't want to do a cardigan, I want a cardigan, and I'm going to tell you why I did a cardigan over a pullover. But this, I just today joined. I finished my sleeves. This is my front.
And so
Okay,
this is the inside. That's your
my inside,
which
isn't it
is
pretty?
fabulous.
I know. So, and you can do your colors however you want.
Absolutely.
The pattern recommends you do the light for your front and your front stitches, and we'll talk about that. And the class, and Evie will explain a little bit more about that in her
Mhm.
class.
Great.
And then you do the back. So this is the back.
Isn't that gorgeous?
So
Love how the color changes. It's
I
so
am
pretty.
doing kind of a gradient. That was just my design, a gradient color. So I'm doing lighter blues to darker blues. This is a really fun, interesting. The interesting part about this is you're knitting with 4 strands of yarn at a time.
Right.
So the reason
And we're going to
why-
do that in the brioche class too.
Right.
I mean,
So the
that's-
reason why I said I wanted to do a cardigan rather than a pullover, in the South, I would never be able to wear this as a pullover.
Mm-mm.
I would be putting it on long enough to walk in the shop and say, look how pretty, and then be taking
taking
it off.
off.
Because we just don't get that cold. But
Right.
as a cardigan, I will be able to wear this
Yep.
in lieu of a jacket.
Correct.
So that's why I'm choosing to do the cardigan. It is not a fast knit. Please understand that it is not a fast knit.
But it's
You-
exciting.
But it is fun, and it changes all the time because you get to change your yarn. Now, yarn is all fingering.
Yep.
You can use this some stash
Great.
busting. So this is what you can choose to use your stash busting.
Now
You
hold it while you
can
showed
also use buy whatever you need. So one of the things that is the tricky part is I am knitting with 4 strands of yarn.
right.
And they get tangled very, very easy.
Yep.
But our little Southern Twist bags, our little
Yay!
O-Snaps bags work great because these are my light colors in this bag. My dark colors are in this one,
Mhm.
and I can see which ones they are.
Yep.
And it keeps my yarn from getting so messed up and so tangled up.
And the snaps
The
keep
snaps-
them separated within the bag.
Right, because that's you want to make sure that
Mhm.
all of your yarn stays this way.
Right.
that your stays as neat as possible. And this makes it so much easier.
Oh, absolutely.
These actually would work for color work as well.
Oh, yeah.
So
Well, this is basically color work.
Yeah, it is.
It's just a
Just a
different
different
variety
kind
of
of
color work. Mhm.
So Evie's gonna teach her brioche class. We're
Right.
gonna look at a time to get this started, to get you started on it. That'll give me a little more time to get through.
Right.
As I said, I just joined this morning and that was a little tricky.
Yeah.
So that is one of the things I want to feel comfortable about teaching when we
Right.
get ready to start this
Exactly.
class. But I would look to start this probably mid to late April.
After you've had a chance to take both the
Yes.
brioche class,
And
which
fix
is,
it.
oh, that's the one thing in the brioche class. We're gonna mess up our brioche stitches and fix them too.
That is so important.
It is. You have to be able to. You do not want to come back, after you were knitting last night and find a
Okay.
mistake on your cardigan and not be able to fix it yourself.
And also
So we wanna-
sizing
Yeah.
in brioche is different than sizing for a regular sweater.
Correct.
Because brioche tends to be very stretchy when vertical.
Right.
So you have to take that into consideration. So there's so
Mhm.
much to take in
Lots of good
consideration,
stuff.
but you're going to learn something that you're going to love. And once you learn how to do brioche, most of you will love it. I know there are
There's
some
a few
there's a
gals
few
who-
naysayers out
right.
there that don't like doing brioche, but once you learn it, you will love doing it. It's fun, it's repetitive, it's just you
And
get in
most of
this,
the people who don't love it are the ones who never were comfortable fixing their own mistakes.
and that is crucial. That is real, and recognizing when you've made a mistake.
Exactly.
And sometimes it's an easy fix and sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is what it is.
All right.
I think that's all my classes
I
that I have. I've got
think-
my 4 classes on the schedule, but we have some
Yes.
cool yarns. That
So we
haven't-
have some cool yarns that we want to talk to you about that we haven't talked about. These are for all of our people that love to knit for babies or blanket knitters or crocheters. This is such great yarn. This is a Cascade. We're talking about some Cascade yarns today.
Yep.
This is Cascade Sarasota, which is a fabulous blanket. I know Rachel is working on a blanket in this, and
Mhm.
the great thing about this is 60% cotton, 40% acrylic.
Right.
So it is completely machine wash and tumble dry.
Yay.
Cool, machine wash cool, tumble
right.
dry low. This would also make a great sweater if you've got
Absolutely.
grandchildren or nieces or nephews or kids of your own and you want to make a sweater that you don't have
Right.
to spend like tons of money and
Right.
only to have them lose it on the bus or the playground.
And you could use this for your cardi class if you take the
Oh,
My First
absolutely.
Cardi.
Oh,
This is
absolutely.
exactly the right kind of yarn that you're going to want to use because it is not going to weigh as much as, well, for
Right.
instance, the
one you
gold,
just said, yeah.
that is worsted weight
Heavy.
wool, and I was sweating with it on top of my
Well, you're two sweaters.
two
yeah.
sweaters. It was a little bit much, but look at that.
But really
Cute
nice. We've
colors.
got beautiful colors in these. The
Yes.
yardage is really decent on here.
Fabulous.
You've got 306 yards.
And you're going to use it for knitters. You're going to use like a 9 and a 10.
yeah, so
which is
perfect.
awesome.
Yeah, perfect way to go.
Crocheters, it says K's and L's.
Yeah,
Those
so-
are big, quick,
So
quick.
really nice
This
yarns.
is so fun.
And this is our little fun yarn that we have in here. I want to shoot. So you could, oops, even put it in here if you want to do a really cute blanket or
Mhm.
sweater for kids and you want to
Yep.
add a little bit of pop of color. I had a lady in here the other day that was doing that and she
So
had, so
cute.
this is Cherub Erin.
Right.
It is a nylon and acrylic blend. Again, perfect for babies. You don't have
Right.
to worry about any kind of allergy from wool. Machine washable, machine dryable.
And
Look
it's
at that.
gradient.
It's gradient.
It's
So,
so fun.
what I
Well-
like about this, this
What
is
do you
what
like?
Cascade does that I just really love. They actually
Oh,
on their
yes.
labels show you what the yarn's going to look like when you knit it
Isn't that
up.
right?
So it is
Mhm.
really, that's one thing I like about that
That's
Cascade
pretty one.
does.
Not pretty.
And we got some gender neutral stuff
Yep,
here.
Absolutely.
So that is a really nice yarn. Let's see, what is this yarn is like, how many yardage? We didn't even say the yardage on here.
240.
Yeah.
And again, you're going to use 7 and 8s because they say Erin. It looks more like worsted to me, but
It
that's
does.
just me.
And
but it's still 7 and 8.
You could do your cardi out of this.
You absolutely could.
If you choose to do your cardi, though, we probably don't have cardi quantity, so you'll need to come in
Yeah.
and let us know so we can get that ordered for you.
Yeah. You know what would be really cute if you wanted to do this for your cardi is do this for the body and then use one of the solids
Oh, that would be awesome.
as your
Yeah.
ribbing on your cuffs and around the neck.
Yes.
I think that'd be really cute.
That would be very cute. That would be really cute.
It'd be a
So,
lot
yeah.
of fun.
So also coming up in March, we have Swan City Yarn coming from Florida.
Yay!
When I was at my swatch, when I went to the Alabama Fiber Festival, sorry, I had a little blink there. I ran into her booth, and I know several of the group that went with us
Right.
also went into her group. But this is what caught my eye.
It's so
This
fabulous.
is actually called Fluffy DK. It is a DK weight Surrey alpaca. And I have, it's 90% Surrey alpaca, 10% silk. I have started a sweater. This is just my little swatch. So you can see that it is such nice yarn. I've been talking with her, trying to get her to come and visit us, and she finally agreed, and she will be here on March 14th, which is a Saturday. I'm going to try to get her to come on Friday too. But Swan City Yarns, go to her website, swancityyarns.com. You can take a look at her beautiful yarn. She just posted some really beautiful colors for spring. It's going to be exciting. And it's a new person we have not had in the shop before, but this is
Right.
absolutely fabulous to knit with. I have just really enjoyed knitting
It's so
with it.
soft.
It's so soft. So this
And
will-
it's DK weight, which I think is awesome. I'm sure you've talked about that.
yeah, I
always,
did.
but
So
that's
my little
I love that.
So anyway, that will be on the 14th. Also, remember in April, we have local yarn store day. We're going to be talking more about that. Then coming in May, Southern Twist celebrates 7 years.
7 years.
We got the
Woohoo!
7-year itch. What are we going to do about that? I've been thinking about that. So
The 7 year
more to come.
itch.
Yeah. That was actually a great movie, by the way. The 7-year itch. It's an
Excuse me.
old-timey movie. Not everybody will remember that. Okay, so I think we're good for today. We got a
Yep.
class that's starting soon
Yep.
near
Violetta starts here in a minute.
So any questions? If you guys have anything you want to talk about, come in and see. We still have, we've got some new yarn in here from La Vienna May, which is actually selling pretty
It
quickly.
is definitely.
It's so gorgeous.
That
It's-
blue is almost gone, or it may be
I
gone.
know. I stare at it every day and think, what am I going to do?
And the pink is gone.
I know,
I think
the
the
pink
pink
is
is,
gone.
there
Yeah,
might
it
be
is.
pink left.
So come in and see us, and we will look forward to seeing you soon and
Right.
check out Evie's classes
Yep.
and think about Hearthside. It's a great.
My first brioche class has only got one more spot. FYI, don't
Yeah,
forget.
so if you want to learn brioche, which is a great skill to learn, especially if you love doing Stephen West,
He always
because
has
he
brioche.
has
Well,
a
not
lot of
always,
brioche,
but a lot.
most
a
of the time. Most of
He
the
always
time.
does a garter stitch option, but
Yeah, he does, but
the
brioche is
brioche
so much more
so
fun.
pretty.
Okay, everyone, have a great Thursday. See you
Come
soon.
see us.
Let's go and
Yeah.
see if anybody. Ooh, where's Instagram? Nobody
Instagram.
was
There it
Yeah,
is.
no,
No.
okay,
Oh, oh. Bye, everybody.
back. Here we go.
See ya.
Bye. I'm showing my age. Yeah, thanks, Susan.